carry the phone in my pocket with Callum on speed dial if it makes you feel any happier.
Come on, we're cutting things fine as it is. Doesn't do to be late for your preliminary hearing.
I'll stay in the office until you get back.
Will you make sure you lock all the doors?
We'll be fine. All you've got to worry about is you.
Good luck. I will be thinking of you.
She's only going to be in court 5 minutes and we'll miss that if you don't hurry up.
Yeah, don't get too carried away this time. Contempt of court ring any bells?
I'll be the model of rectitude and propriety, even though the murdering witch tried to kill my only son.
Yeah, make sure she behaves herself, eh?
Yeah, we're only going for a look, aren't we, Viv? See ya.
I would have thought you'd have wanted to go with him.
Makes no difference whether I'm there or not, does it? Anyway, listening to all her lies again, just bring it all back.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a reason to spend some more time with my family, isn't it? Even though it's taken a near-death experience to appreciate what I've got.
Yes, well, if you'd appreciated what you'd got in the first place, you could have skipped the near-death bit.
Forwards, not backwards, eh?
Well, why don't you come upstairs and I'll take your mind off things?
No, I'm feeling a little bit distracted, what with everything that's going on.
Well, you've been distracted since you came out of hospital.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. We'll go for a drink later, yeah?
Yeah.
How's the invalid?
Paulie. She kept waking up at night, clucking at me. She's trying to tell me what's wrong, Dad, and I can't speak chicken.
Hey, not to worry, son. When you've gone, we'll take good care of her here, in the hen hospital.
I can't leave her, Dad. Not like this. She needs me. You can tell by looking in her eyes.
You would tell me if there was something else bothering you, wouldn't you, son?
Depends what it was.
Can you hold her for a minute? I need to iron Sam's trousers before they get too dry. Hey.
So is there something else bothering you?
So we're in court 5, and we've got Judge Browning, which is a relief. With any luck, she'll be our trial judge.
Not the hanging judge, then?
Could be a lot worse.
Killers like you shouldn't be free to walk the streets.
Morning, Viv. How are you?
Come to watch you swing, haven't we, Kelly?
Yeah.
Sorry to disappoint you, ladies, but I'm afraid you're about 50 years out of date. Come on, Zoe.
What are you expecting? A public flogging?
You just address the bench. Ignore them completely. Any one of them so much as squeaks, the judge will slap a contempt on them quicker than you can say, spending the night in the cells.
See that woman up there? She nearly killed my son. It's okay, Zoe, we're not going anywhere. Looking forward to it, aren't we, Kelly?
I mean, I like Laurel. I really do. I just don't think she likes me very much, that's all.
Nonsense. Laurel's very fond of you.
She's told you that, has she?
Not in so many words.
Yeah, well then how do you know?
I just do, that's all.
I'm doing it again, aren't I? All I ever do is wind you up. You don't really want me here, do you?
Of course I do. But maybe we need to have a chat about how we're all getting on. A free and frank exchange of views, because there's obviously...
Hiya. You coming out? Ashley, please.
All right, but take your mobile and don't go outside the village.
Thank you, thank you. I'm just going to go get my jacket. See you. Bye.
You know, if my dealings with teenagers has taught me anything, and trust me, they have, I suspect consistency is everything. You can't set boundaries and then ignore them. I thought she was supposed to be grounded.
I just don't seem to hear myself think when she's here in the house. All those seething teenage hormones set me on edge.
Seems to have the same effect on Laurel.
Zoe Tate, Home Farm, Emmerdale.
Thank you, Miss Tate.
Guilty.
Silence in court.
Excuse me. Before we proceed any further, I need a word with my solicitor.
Then I suggest you do so forthwith.
What is it?
I want to enter a plea now. I want to plead not guilty.
This what you call sick, is it? I get a message and find you in the pub.
I've never once let you down, Nicola Blackstock. I need a day off sick, so the least you can do is get off me back.
Oh, fine, whatever. I'll just pay the girls overtime and cover for you. Nothing to worry about.
If that's your attitude, all I can say, I'm extremely upset, and I rue the day that our paths ever crossed.
That wasn't my dad, was it?
No, why?
Oh, only he was muttering about wanting a bit of a chat.
With me?
And maybe we got our wires crossed. Won't worry about it. See ya.
Always found a cheese and pickle sandwich did wonders for sickness.
Thanks.
And in all the years I've known you, it'd take an act of God to interfere with your Protestant work ethic. Are you all right, love?
I'm such an awful person, Diane. I know he can't help it and he's got no choice. I'm just making his life so much more difficult.
Jasmine.
And instead of being adult about it, I've just taken it all out on Ashley.
We've been over all of this. This hearing is a formality to confirm that the case is going to trial, nothing more. You'll have plenty of opportunity to have your say when it comes to court.
So I just stand here and let people draw their own conclusions?
We build our case.
If I don't speak up, it's like admitting I'm guilty.
Please, Zoe.
I would like to make it perfectly clear that I've done nothing wrong. I will plead not guilty because I am not guilty.
I am aware that this matter is going to trial, Miss Tate. Thank you.
I suppose it was quite romantic, really. Promising I'd wait for him no matter what.
It's not knowing where you stand that's the problem. That bishop wants a bit of sense knocking into him. What does he know about real life?
And I'm not getting any younger. It could be years before we get married. And I know this sounds awful, but I watch Ashley with Jasmine and Gabby and I get so jealous. Because all I ever seem to do is look after other people's rotten children. When am I going to have a family of my own?
Don't forget to sit at the front of the bus, then you won't feel sick. And no talking to any strange women.
Do you forget about me, Dad, when I'm not here?
Of course I don't, son.
But do you miss me, then?
Yeah, but you've got a life of your own now with Alice. We all have to fly the nest sometime, son.
But if I'm not here to see you miss me, then I don't know that you really do miss me.
Well, you're just going to have to trust me on that one, son.
Are you getting on the bus or what? Or what?
You what?
I don't want to go back to Norfolk, Dad. Don't make me go. Please.
It's my job to address the courts, not yours. You're in a very embarrassing position.
Sorry, Nick, but it had to be said.
If you think emotional outbursts will help your case, you're mistaken.
At least we have a date set for the trial. If you still represent me.
If you let me do my job.
Deal.
Buying yourself time isn't going to help. Everybody knows you're as guilty as sin.
Yeah.
You should watch your words, ladies. There are laws against slander in this country.
You can't run from the scales of justice, not in this country.
Thank you, Viv, for pointing that out.
You'll get what's coming, lady. Your card is marked.
Let's get this clear, Viv. I was trying to defend myself. I've done nothing wrong.
How do you know what you've done? You had one of your funny turns. You tried to kill him. Try and make that stand up in court.
Your son should be the one at the dock, not me. Only 2 people know what happened that afternoon. One of them is lying. It isn't me. If he can assault me like that and lie about it, he isn't fit to be a father. And you're so willfully blind to his faults, you can't be trusted with my daughter either. Neither of you will see Jean again, ever. Is that understood?
You couldn't do that.
Try me.
So, are you falling out with Alice? That's normal, son. Me and Lisa are always acting like hammer and tongue. It don't mean we don't love each other.
It's not like that.
Well, why don't you want to go back?
But we should have stayed here. I know everyone here. No one laughs at me in the shop.
Ah, so you've had a bit of trouble with the locals.
Alice sticks up for me, but it's not the same as having me dad.
Look, you've got to stand on your own 2 feet. You've got to grow up sometime, son.
You're not going to make me go back, are you, Dad?
I don't know, but we've got to sort this out. Now, you ring Alice and tell her you've been held up.
It'd be a lie, though, wouldn't it? I promised I'd never lie to Alice.
Well, I'll tell her the chicken's sick, and you've got to stay to look after it. And then you'll go home later. Huh? We'll sort this out, son, you'll see.
Hi. Hi, Lon.
You should listen to this CD, you know. I think you look a bit like the drummer, actually.
Girls are rubbish at drums.
Shut up, Daz. Yeah, shut up, Daz.
What is it with you two? One minute you're trying to kill each other, the next you're best mates.
It's a girl thing. Yeah, you understand.
She stood there and said, not guilty. You'd have heard a pin drop.
There's only 3 of us there.
So it's gloves off now, is it?
Yeah, well, she must think that she's going to get away with it. I mean, what's that solicitor been telling her?
And she said you're never going to see Jean again.
No, she couldn't do that, could she? Why is she playing all these mind games?
Look, she said that before. It doesn't mean anything. You've got rights.
It doesn't mean a thing, does it, with her kind of money? I mean, she could make that kid disappear. She could take her anywhere.
She's going to prison and she knows it. That's all she's got to threaten you with. It's not going to happen, Scott. It's going to be okay.
She looks depressed. I bet she's not ill at all.
If Laurel says she's not fit to work, she's not fit to work. Can't you cut her a little slack?
Well, I have, haven't I? I won't be docking her wages. She's got to pull herself together. If all my staff threw sickies, I'd be bankrupt.
Or you might have to do the cleaning yourself.
You've got to tell her, Dad.
Oh dear, I'm choosing my moment.
Say something or I will, and I won't do it as tactfully as you do.
Rodney, would you be so kind as to give me a lift to the station? It'll give me time to pack my bags.
Leaving us so soon? Surely not.
Well, I'm sure Leslie's dying to get back home.
Oh, it's not that, Nicola. It's just that we've had a bit of a domestic disaster, and I can't fight fire long distance. I need to be on the spot.
Right, Dad will run you to the station right now, won't you, Dad?
Yes, immediately. It's been a pleasure. I look forward to welcoming you back any time.
Oh, very kind. You both are. A home from home is how I see this place now. So if you could give me a lift, get my bags packed.
Right. Take these empties back to Diane. Get back to Andy as soon as he started without me.
No chance of another pint, then?
Yeah, if you want to buy it yourself.
Afternoon. Funny, innit? Farmers are always whinging on that they're skint and work too hard. Most of them round here spend all day in the pub.
Yeah.
How'd it go? Oh, I gave them something to think about. Trial set, 21st of September.
Right, well, now Mummy's home. Let's go and have our bath, shall we? Come on then.
I've been worried about you.
Oh, well, don't be. Not only do I have right on my side, I have a very sharp solicitor. I can't believe that Scott has the gall to fight it.
Well, anything I can do. You only have to say.
Thank you, but you're doing enough as it is, keeping this place ticking over.
You can trust me with anything. You know that, don't you? Well, all you have to do is ask if you need me. Anytime.
So you rang her then?
Yeah. Used only 20p.
Yeah. What did she say?
Not much. The beeps went.
Yeah, well, come on then, son. Let's get you home. Hey.
Your mobile's been switched off all day. I rang Nicola and she said you were, and I quote, Throwing a sickie. Is everything all right?
No, everything's not all right.
Suppose not.
I don't know if it ever will be. Before you start, this isn't about Jasmine. She's just being awkward because she's at that difficult age.
I know. This is about you and me.
I don't know whether I can cope any longer, Ashley.
Let's not have this conversation in the middle of the street. Why don't you come home with me?
Nicola! Yes! How do you fancy a glass of this rather fine Grand Cru?
What we're celebrating?
The end of the working day. What else? Would you mind?
Look, I know she's gone. She's texted me from the train.
Well, in that case, let's celebrate her early return.
So, what's happened? A fire? A house fallen off a cliff into the sea?
Yeah, wasn't as bad as you thought, actually. Typical mother, always overreacting. That's only a blocked B-day. It's flooded the bathroom floor, went through the lounge ceiling.
Well, it can take quite some time to put a house back together after a flood. Cheers.
Cheers. So, have you and Alice fallen out then?
No.
She chucked you out?
Look, whatever it is you might have done, it can't be that bad you can't tell your own family.
Don't be stupid, I love Alice.
But if you love her so much, why are you still here?
Look, there's no point flogging a dead horse, girls. I'm sure Sam will spit out what's troubling him in his own sweet time.
So how long are you going to stay then? Just for a bit or forever?
Now look what you've done. It's very sensitive, Sam.
Oh, they've probably just had the first row. He's overreacted, it's obvious.
No, those two are so made for each other.
Well, she must be at it with someone else then. Well, why else would he be hanging around here? Oh, poor Sammy.
Look, if anybody wants me, I'll be down the Woolley.
I've got time for a quick shower.
Yeah, dinner's in 15. Hello? Hello?
Always told you to keep that door locked. You never know who might get in. Help themselves.
You get out now. You have no right to be here.
And you have no right to stop me from seeing my kid.
Effie's upstairs. Callum's on his way for dinner.
Do you think I'd risk my case by laying a finger on you? Or leaving any evidence to say that I've been here? Sit down. Because I want a word with you.
It was wrong of me to presume you'd take on Jasmine. She's my responsibility, and she manages to run rings around me.
It's not that I mind Jasmine. No, it's just Jasmine on top of everything else.
I know. You remember our conversation? If it gets too much for you, I won't hold it against you if you walk away.
Why have you changed your mind? Would you want me to, Ashley?
Not at all. I don't have the right to expect you to wait for me. We discussed that. Have your feelings for me changed, Laurel? Be honest.
No. Of course they haven't. It's just, I just miss you. The you that I knew. The you and me that used to spend the night together and we used to wake up in the morning together and,
I miss you too. I've been such an oaf. I'm sorry for not listening. You're the most important person in my life. You come first, always.
Thank you.
I love you, Laurel Potts. Don't mind me.
Stand. Oh, just up and down now.
Well, you feeling better?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think I might be.
Not guilty. You really are insane, aren't you?
That's for the courts to decide.
You tried to kill me. Right here in this kitchen.
You remember that so well. You remember why I had to defend myself.
You'd have finished me off given half the chance, wouldn't you?
So why didn't I?
You know, when you're rotting in prison, I'll tell Jean you're dead. I won't mention your name. I won't even show her a photograph. It'll be like you never existed.
You're never going to see her again.
Yeah? Well, she's upstairs now. I could just go and get her.
You just try it. All I have to do is call the police. They would be very interested to know why you were here, don't you think?
You're not going to get away with this.
So you keep saying.
You know, even if you manage to persuade the judge that you're innocent and you get off, wherever you hide, I'll find you. I'll make you pay. I'll watch you suffer. You tried to kill me, Zoe. So whatever the law decides, I'll make sure you don't get away with it. See ya.